Today we're going to learn how to wire wrap a stone and a special chain. So wire wrap necklace set. We're going to need 20 gauge wire, a stone that you want to wrap, dowel rod, ruler, round nose pliers, flat nose pliers, and a wire cutters. We're going to start with our ruler and our wire. We are going to measure and cut off 5 centimeters wire. Just like this, the more exact that they are to each other, the more exact your necklace is going to be in the end. So if you like everything just slightly off, cut them all different. I'm estimating 10. We're going to need 10 of these links to make a nice necklace. When you get finished with this video, if you find you need a few more or a few less, make it how you like it. Add a few more, add a few less. But we're going to cut 10 of these for this demonstration at 5 centimeters. Okay, 5 more. Two. 4. 5. Okay. Now we're ready to move on. We're going to move our ruler over to the side and find our needle nose pliers. These are the slightly rounded ones. For this project, you need to have the round nose. Otherwise, you're just going to end up tearing up your wire. So, take one of your links of 5 centimeter wire and we're going to curl in the end. Just like that. Very easy, very simple. Now facing the other circle, we're going to go the other end and do exactly the same thing and in the same spot on your pliers. You now have 2 circles on one piece of wire. We are going to repeat this step 9 more times. Bend it in. Make sure that we're around the same area. And gives us 2 more circles. It's very simple. I like this chain because it's quick and easy to make. So if you're in a hurry to get chain on your necklace because you want to wear it out for the evening, this is a great method and it looks really pretty. Now, if you have a circle that goes a little bumpy, just squish it flat and you're ready to move on to the next one. Make sure you still have them facing each other. And 5 more. We're almost there. Don't give up. You're doing great. Okay. And last one. You should have 10 completely finished 5-centimeter links. Whoop. Okay, make sure that the middles are straight. And we're ready to move on. We're going to find our ruler again. Centimeter side is what we're using still. And we want 2 little links cut at 3 centimeters. Okay, we're going to get rid of our ruler again. We're going to find our round nose pliers. Take one of the 3 centimeter links and we're going to curl the end in. We can be more towards the bottom with this one because the circle does not have to be as big. Okay, very easy. Just got done doing this a lot, so you should be well practiced by now. Now we're going to pinch it with the circle facing down, just like that. And we're going to push from the bottom up. There we are. Very simple. It should look like a U shape now. We're going to slide it off and we're going to find our flat nose pliers. And we're going to bend up the end of it into a hook shape. So like this. Now smush the hook down flat. This is going to take a second. Okay. Your piece is going to look like this. And from here, if you want to use the round nose pliers and put a little curve into it, you can. That's just for style. We've just finished making the first half of our clasp. You can put that to the side and find your next 3 centimeters length of wire. We're going to take the end and curl it around into a circle. Your wire should look like this. We're going to put this piece of wire near the end of your pliers. Just like this. It's not at the tip, it's at the back. And we're going to pull down, around, and we're actually going to go past so that these two make an X. We're going to keep it in the round nose pliers, holding it very firmly. And we're going to wrap this around, the loose wire around the base so that it makes a little coil. And when you get it out, you can flatten the circle. So now you have the other side of your necklace clasp. It should look just like this. As you can see, this is the area where we wrapped around the excess material. And this circle is not connected. The bottom circle, the smaller one, is not connected, so that we can open it up and close it. And we're going to put that to the side. Next, we find our wire, and you can make jump rings two different ways. The first way is to take the wire and coil it on your round nose pliers. When you do this, we'll then grab your cutters, and you will have several jump rings. You only want to do it that way 1 or 2 times so that your jump rings stay about the same size. If you do it that way, make sure to mark on your pliers with Sharpie or something so that you get the exact same size every time. Another way that you can do it is take a small dowel rod, and you're going to stay pretty close to the end here. And you're going to hold your wire and start wrapping it. And this will do a nice coil. Now you just slide it off. Sometimes it takes a firm hand. Sometimes it comes off very easily. But you'll want to keep them tight when you're doing that. Take your sharp cutters, pinch down. There we go. One more. Okay. Now, we're going to take our flat nose pliers. These jump rings should be slightly open. That's exactly how we want them. Pinch the jump ring in between your flat nose pliers. Slide one of your 5-centimeter sticks onto it. Slide another one on top of that, going in the same direction. See how they line up nicely? Now what you're going to do is close the jump ring. You can do this with your finger, or if the wire's a little tougher than you can do with your finger, you can grab another flat nose pliers to close it, or I like to do this with a round nose pliers. You can get the shape to stay a circle. There we go. Okay. See how that's nice and closed? Okay, and we're going to repeat that step a few more times. Grab your jump ring, slide your stick on there and make sure that your circles line up and close it. Do this with all 10 of your sticks. Nope, and that's the wrong way. Gotta make sure the circles line up. Be careful using your fingernails. Don't want to hurt yourself. There we go. The more lined up that your jump rings are, the more lined up that your necklace will stay. Slip it on there and close. And 2 more times. If you did not make enough jump rings for this, go ahead and make some more. Doesn't take too many to get done. Okay, and last one, yay. Okay. Close. Now, I put 2 jump rings over here to the side with our clasp. And you're going to take one clasp end and put it onto this. And you're just going to put it into the very end of your necklace. Now we're going to go to the opposite end. We're going to put on our second clasp piece. Close the jump ring on that. And you have just made yourself a very simple, pretty chain. Now, for the second half, we're going to make a pendant to go at the bottom here. So we're going to push this over to the side. We're going to find our wire and our ruler. We're going to take about a whole ruler width. So 30 centimeters or 12 inches is about what I'm working with. We're going to take our flat nose pliers and put a hook in the bottom. We're going to take the stone that we have chosen and we're going to find a secure spot to hold it. The hook is going to go underneath our thumb and between the stone. And we're going to work it up so that it runs alongside. You're going to bend in the wire and bend it back out towards the back side. We're kind of making a frame for our stone. When you get to the top, you can loop it around behind, just like this. And you're going to do the reverse process. You're going to go towards the front and then come back out towards the back. It's very important to keep this as tight as possible while you're doing it. Each stone you're going to come out with a different look, even if you have exactly the same style. This is what I mean by framing. You can see now that I don't have to hold it. It is very secure. From here, what you're going to do is make a little design. But be sure to leave at least 8 centimeters of your wire left alone so that we can create the clasp at the top. I'm going to wrap around it the bottom and at the top. This will very much complement this stone. Okay, I still have my excess left. And it's a little more secure. The design will help it finish sitting still. If you need to move this, squish it down a little more towards to fit the bottom of what you're wire wrapping, that is very good. And on this one, you can see we're going to need to pinch the end together so that we don't have any sharp thing trying to poke at your clothes. So, this is what my stone looks like. We're going to look at the back and we're going to find the wire that is above it. We're going to stick our loose end through this wire and pull it upwards. We're going to do this twice to make a little base hook. It's coiling around the back end. If you need to use your pliers, my hands aren't strong enough to pull it through, so I'm going to use my flat nose pliers to push it up and getting flattened out. Be careful, we don't want to break the wire, but we do want to get it through. Okay, pinch it down. That is not going anywhere. I'm going to push it through that back loop one more time. This time, I'm going to use my round nose pliers. And I'm going to pinch that wire further and further towards the back. Then I'll pull it tight to get a nice circle. You can see I've got a little bit of a loop shape going on here. There it went. Okay. Now here we're going to go down and lace it back up through the top. Notice how I'm pinching the front of my stone through all of this so that we don't lose our design. And don't lose your circle in the back. Want to keep that. It's very nice. Okay, after you get that last one, pinch it into itself with your pliers. Okay. So that it will stay, and you can cut off the excess wire here. And just use your flat nose pliers to get it to bend down. Okay. You can see how mine looks a little loopy, but it has the basic design that I originally had because I kept my finger in the front. What we're going to do is we're going to push this back down onto the rock. And you can use your flat nose pliers closed, lay them down flat, and push it against any up areas that you want to go down. Including, we're going to make this go where we want it to. Okay. This is going out a little, so we'll pull that guy back in. And push it down. Okay, there we have a nice pendant. Here we can be finished. But if you want to add a little more design after you're done, take your round nose pliers, gently tug the wires around until they make different shapes. Pull it up, push it down, just move it around. What's the worst that can happen? You have to start over is about all I can think of. But your wire should be pretty strong, so it'll be able to stand up to this. Okay. And as you can see now, I've put a few kinks into here. If you want them to lay flat, just use your flat nose pliers, and squish them down. We're going to need to make one more jump ring. Cut it off. Okay. And find your necklace. You should have 5 links on either side. Take your flat nose pliers and hold your jump ring up, slightly opened. And we're going to slide that little part that we just made on the back. Let's slide it through there. We want to go that way. Okay. Find the jump ring in between the wires. Slide it onto that and close it. Okay, and then we are completely finished and ready to wear our necklace. I hope you had fun making this pendant and necklace set with me today. Come back and see us again soon.